Entitlement reaches all walks of life, as you'll find out in this episode of Entitled People. Our first one is from Naggy Now 101. Our car was stolen in June and then returned to us at the end of July. It's being worked on, and my husband has had to tell our neighbor's mother who visits she can no longer park in our parking spot. All well and good until today, when I'm coming home from some errands. The lady is on our stoop, asking for my husband and if there's any way he can extend her parking allowance in our spot. She explains she's moving into the townhouse next to us to help care for her grandkids, and she sees that our car as a lost cause. She has said that us losing our car was great so she can park closer to the townhouse and not have to park on the street. What I told her and what my roommate landlord has told her is thus, the car is being returned and instated in October, and you have until then to make arrangements. This woman, who I'm assuming has no sense of reality, said the chances of our car ever working is nil, and that we should just give her the parking spot. Our townhouses have assigned parking, and guest parking spots are adjacent. I told her she had to wait until my husband comes home to talk to him. She literally said she won't talk to him and will just take the spot whenever she wants, regardless if we get our car working or not. Car is currently at my husband's father's being worked on. I know it seems petty, but I am considering calling a tow truck the next time she does this. Update. Neighbor who is the son of the woman has gotten involved and sided with us on the matter. He also has told his mother to park in the guest parking spots from now on, or do not come here at all. She also lied about me moving in. Big surprise. So far I was given a blessing if she does it again to call a tow truck. We did have someone park in our spot, but he asked if it was okay. He was part of a home inspection because one of our neighbors is selling his townhouse and was only there for 20 minutes. The entitlement of your neighbor's mother is just astonishing. The fact that she thinks she owns your parking space, and it's regardless of whether your car was even gonna come back or not, because in the end, it's not her parking space at all. So she really has no right to park there regardless. This next one is by Ashamed Leg 7206. Okay, so for some background, I'm female 29, English, and I live in Italy with my fiance, male 37, Marco, Italian, and our daughter 5 months old, Willow. I moved to Italy after graduating medical school, where I met Marco, and now I'm a resident in one of the hospitals. My father is a crap dad, left my mum and me, and has been very inconsistent. He married Tammy when I was young, and she's never liked me, and she was also never able to have kids. So when I gave birth, my mom's side of the family came over to visit and meet Willow and look after both of us. Nothing from my dad or Tammy. So 2 weeks ago, they turn up unannounced, claiming to be in the area on holiday, and wanted to meet Willow. She was getting a bit fussy and she's combination fed, but as I was home, I grabbed a cover and let her latch onto me. Tammy says that breastfeeding will have to stop soon. I'm confused to ask her why, and she said that it couldn't be kept up when Willow is with them. Now I'm even more confused and ask what she's on about. She shows me photos of a baby room and says that we should split custody of Willow and not to worry, and she has everything set up already. I just stare at her, but she carries on, claiming that the age gap between myself and Marco is unhealthy for a child to grow up with, saying it was obvious I needed help and she was happy to, and mostly that I was obviously more bothered about working than staying home with my baby, so I should just let her have Willow. But obviously she wasn't able to breastfeed, so we would have to stop that now. I tell her she can't be serious and think I'm giving her my baby, and she tells me to calm down. She's not asking for full custody, but she could provide a much calmer and stabler home, and that I could always visit. She said it's what she deserves. Marco pushed everyone out and made sure Willow and I were alright. Since then, I've been really weirded out and been getting texts from my father saying I need to let Tammy prove herself as a good caregiver, and Tammy has been sending loads of photos of the nursery she has made. Just to add so people don't get confused, I'm in Italy but Tammy isn't. They had flown over here. Added to answer some common questions. My dad isn't actually on my birth certificate, so I think that limits his grandparents' rights claim. My mom is our nominated guardian for Willow, and if anything happens to us, it's written in a will and Willow goes to the daycare and the hospital we both work at. Wow, just fucking wow. I think there's a little bit more going on with that, especially in the mental department, but I'm not qualified to say what. All I can suggest is keep your child away from these two. And our final one is from Cyclo Scott. The usual BS with an entitled Karen. Couple of houses on the street are having renovation work done, so street parking is tighter than usual. Our driveway is very visible. Prominent curb cut, brick pavers that start at the sidewalk. You really cannot miss it. I come home from running a couple of errands and a Subaru is parked across our entire, and I mean entire driveway. They couldn't have centered their car any better if they tried. So I grab another spot and schlep my shit into the house. Couple minutes later, I see a couple leaving the rental across the street and getting into the car. They're not renters there, maybe just visiting. I'm not a complete asshat, and I like the neighbors that live there. So I step onto the porch to get their attention, and in a very nice tone of voice, give them the, "Hey folks, just a heads up if you're back, you're parked in my driveway." The dude looks up, sees they were clearly in the wrong, and says, "Oh sorry man, I didn't even notice, my bad." Which, meh, if that's how poorly you pay attention, you probably shouldn't even be driving. But I let it slide. Karen on the other hand, "Don't worry about it, we're not parking here." Yeah, you dumb shit, you are parked there, but I'm still being at least a little nice. Well, whether you're staying or not, you're still blocking my driveway. "It's not a big deal, you don't have to be a dick about it." Oh, if I wanted to be a dick, you'd know it. "Well, we're not parking here, so you don't have anything to bitch about." Me, done being nice. "Do you see that silver car parked right there? I had to park there because you were already blocking my fucking driveway. So once again, you are currently fucking parked here." Dude apologizes again, tells Karen to shut the fuck up and just get in the car. We share a little nod and away they go. I'm hoping that they visit more so I can just have her towed next time. I love how you try to be civil and the Karen has to Karen, especially acting like it's not a big deal when they took your parking space, parked in your parking spot, and she just acts like it's not a big deal. So I really wonder if in front of her home in her spot, if she had to park on the street or somewhere else but not in her spot, if it would really be a big deal. Pretty sure to her it would be. Alright, that's enough entitlement for the day. Well, that wraps up this episode of Entitled People. If you liked the video, please drop a like, share my content on all of your social media, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload, and drop a comment down below. It really helps with the algorithm and helps new people find my channel. Thanks for watching, thanks to my patrons, have a great day and stay safe out there.